Today we're taking a look at these NCAAB matches, which are happening on Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Georgia vs Texas A&M wins have been few and very far between for the Georgia Bulldogs this season. They average about 1 victory per month. Last month they beat Alabama for their only SEC win, but they had a victory snatched from them on January 4th when Texas A&M beat them 81-79 on a three-pointer at the buzzer by Marcus Williams. The Bulldogs come into this game losers of 7 straight, and they have not yet won in the month of February. They have a record of 6-21 overall and 1-13 in the SEC. The Bulldogs are coming into this game trying to turn their season around late. They have gone to battle with some of the best SEC teams the past few weeks, and I don't believe the Aggies are at the top of that list. They are one of the weaker SEC teams along with Georgia. The Bulldogs have been strong on the offensive side of the floor as of late, and their shot-making ability will game this game within the spread. I'm not saying to go crazy and go Bulldogs ML, but I do believe this game will remain closer than the spread says. Georgia has been averaging 70.3 ppg and shooting it well from the free throw line and inside the paint. As long as they stay away from the three-point shot, they will be able to stay in this game. I haven't bought into this Aggies defense yet, and I think they have some areas where the Bulldogs can take advantage, including the paint. They will also need to rely on their ability to force turnovers and push the ball in space. Our first pick is Georgia plus 12. On the defensive side of the ball, Texas A&M gets the job done. They are only allowing their opponents to score an average of 66.3 ppg. They are also holding their opponents to just 41.5% from the field. They apply pressure up the entire court and won't back off until the final buzzer. They are extremely feisty and aren't afraid to risk it all for a steal. The Aggies are currently averaging 10.4 steals per game, which helps them speed up play and score easy points. Moving the ball in transition is a huge part of the Aggies game, as their defense can very easily turn into offense. Texas A&M is also averaging 3.9 blocks per game. I expect them to contest each shot and rebound the ball efficiently. Our second pick is over the total. St. Louis.The St. Joseph's Hawks visit Chaffetz Arena in St. Louis, Missouri on Tuesday for an Atlantic 10 conference clash with the St. Louis Billikens. St. Joseph's dropped to 10-15 overall and 4-10 in Atlantic 10 play following its 74-62 loss to Dayton on Saturday. Eric Reynolds II was the leading scorer for St. Joseph's with 16 points, but it was not enough to prevent the Hawks from losing their 4th consecutive game. St. Louis presents a bad matchup for St. Joseph's, as they are better in almost every key area. The Hawks are a solid rebounding team with a plus 2.1 margin, but the Billikens lead the conference with a plus 7 rebounding margin. St. Louis is also first in the conference shooting 77.2% from the free throw line, third shooting 46.2% from the field, and 37.3% from 3. The Hawks are 13th making only 67% of their free throws, 10th making 43% of their shots from the floor, and 9th making 33.5% of their threes. The advantages on defense and turnover margin favor St. Louis as well. Jordan Hall is leading St. Joseph's in scoring and assists with averages of 14.2 points and 6.2 assists per game, while Elijah Kabina is the leading rebounder with an average of 7.3 rebounds per game. St. Joseph's has 4 players averaging double figures in scoring and as a team is scoring an average of 69.6 points per game. The Hawks are shooting 43.0% overall and 33.5% from three-point territory. Our first pick is St. Louis minus 11.5 points. With an overall KenPom rating of 59th, St. Louis at worst is likely to be a NIT team this season. They are strong on both sides of the ball, rating 72nd in adjusted defensive efficiency and 59th offensively. Gibson Jimerson leads the scoring with 16.3 ppg. Yuri Collins has been a tremendous all-around player averaging 11.1 points and 4.0 rebounds. Collins also leads the conference with 8.2 assists and is second with 2.1 steals per game. Francis Okoro is 4th in the A10 pulling down 7.6 rebounds per game and 3rd on the team with 10.3 ppg. St. Louis dropped to 18-9 overall and 9-5 in Atlantic 10 play following its 79-58 loss to the Davidson Wildcats on Saturday. The Billikens fell behind by 13 points at halftime and never threatened after the break. Yuri Collins was the leading scorer for St. Louis with 10 points, while Francis Okoro pulled down 11 rebounds for the Billikens. St. Louis has lost 3 of its last 4. Gibson Jimerson is leading St. Louis in scoring with an average of 16.3 points per game, while Yuri Collins is the second leading scorer and leader in assists with averages of 11.1 points and 8.2 assists per game. Francis Okoro is the leading rebounder with an average of 7.6 rebounds per game. St. Louis has 3 players averaging double figures in scoring and as a team is scoring an average of 78.3 points per game. Our second pick is under 146. Miami, Florida vs. Pittsburgh. The Miami Hurricanes have been in contention all season in the ACC, but as of late, when they've had a chance to beat a good team, they have failed. Losses to Notre Dame and Virginia twice in their last 6 games have dropped them back to 19-8 overall and 11-5 in the ACC. They are now tied for third with North Carolina, just a game behind Notre Dame and 2 games behind first-place Duke. But they have Virginia and Wake Forest breathing down their neck. The Miami Hurricanes visit Peterson Event Center in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on Tuesday for an Atlantic Coast Conference clash with the Pittsburgh Panthers. Miami dropped to 19-8 overall and 11-5 in ACC play, following its 74-71 loss on Saturday to the Virginia Cavaliers. Miami squandered an 8-point halftime lead when being outscored by 11 points after the break. Cameron McGusty was the leading scorer for Miami with 20 points. Cameron McGusty is leading Miami in scoring with an average of 17.7 points per game, while Jordan Miller is the leading rebounder with an average of 5.8 rebounds per game, and Charlie Moore is the leader in assists with an average of 4.0 assists per game. Miami has 3 players averaging double figures in scoring and as a team is scoring an average of 74.5 points per game. Our first pick is Miami Hurricanes -4. Pittsburgh dropped 11-17 overall and 6-11 in ACC play, following its 68-62 loss to Georgia Tech on Saturday. Mahamadou Gueye was the leading scorer for Pittsburgh with 27 points, while John Hugley chipped in with 18 points. The loss snapped a 3-game winning streak for Pittsburgh, and the Panthers are well off the pace in the ACC in 11th place. The Pittsburgh Panthers haven't had the greatest season at 11-17 overall and 6-11 in the ACC, but they have been playing well as of late. They have won 3 of their last 4, including a shocking upset of North Carolina on February 16, 76-67 as a 13.5-point underdog. But they couldn't keep that momentum going as they followed that up with a 68-62 loss to Georgia Tech at home as a 2-point favorite. This was a terrible outcome for Pittsburgh as they only shot 41% from the floor and turned it over 16 times. John Hugley is leading Pittsburgh in scoring and rebounding with averages of 14.5 points and 8.2 rebounds per game, while Femi Ajikale is the leader in assists with an average of 3.5 assists per game. Pittsburgh has 4 players averaging double figures in scoring and as a team is scoring an average of 62.5 points per game. The Panthers are shooting 41.4% overall and 32.8% from behind the 3-point line. Mahamadou Gueye did his part, dropping 27 points and grabbing 12 rebounds in the loss. John Hugley added 18 points and 11 rebounds, while Lithiel Horton chipped in with 10 points. Hugley leads the team with 14.5 points and 8.2 rebounds per game, while Jamarius Norton scores 12.8 points per game. The Panthers only score 62.5 points per game, which is one of the worst averages in college basketball. They only shoot 41.4% from the floor. They allow 66.5 points per game. KenPom ranks them number 219 in offensive efficiency and number 132 in defensive efficiency. Our second pick is on the total. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.